What's your name?
Hi, my name is Jo and I'm a volunteer at Sutton Volunteer Centre.
So Jo, what got you into volunteering?
It was in 2020 when the world was closing. I was furloughed and my husband and son both started working from home, cramping my style. Someone suggested that I apply to the volunteer centre, who were setting up a vaccination site at Nonsuch. I got the job, as did lots of others, and became a marshal car park attendant, just helping people get to the jabbing site. It was cold and wet and windy and really would put a lot of people off being a volunteer, but I met some wonderful people, and when that closed down in May of that year, quite a good bunch of us have kept in friendship.
Brilliant. So have you carried on since May?
The vaccination site actually relocated to local pharmacies, and a bunch of us went to the Borough pharmacy in Sutton and just did the same there on a smaller scale.
Oh, excellent. And what have you got out of volunteering? What would you say? What's it?
I love just chatting. I might mess this up being on camera, but I love chatting to people. I find that quite easy. I like socialising, and to do both of those things is just great.
Yeah. Brilliant. So I understand you've also raised money for the volunteer centre. How have you done that?
I have. Last year we did a charity quiz at a local pub, the Shinner in Sutton High Street. A couple of friends. We put on a quiz. I'm going to have to look at my notes now because we had over 100 quizzes.
Amazing.
And we raised over £1,000 for the volunteer centre. It was a great night. We have said we might do it again. Watch this space. And then this year, four of us swam the Serpentine in Hyde Park, which was a mile.
Brilliant.
Open water. I was so nervous. But again, we raised over, I think, £1,400 for the volunteer centre. So it's good. We're just looking at what next. We're going to the Grove next week to the volunteer centre, the chosen charity of the Mayor, Sutton Mayor, and they are organising a dinner and dance at the Grove. And we've organised a table, so 10 of us are going along there.
Fantastic.
Money will go to the volunteer centre. I'm sure there'll be raffles, there'll be fun. It'll be a fun evening.
Yeah, brilliant.
Again, socialising and drinking.
And do you do any other volunteering?
I do. I volunteer for the Clothes Swap, which is a local charity where you can bring, a little note here, where you can bring clothes along and swap.
Okay.
So you take clothes that you don't no longer want or fit, and you can swap them for somebody else's. On top of that, I work for Sutton Soup.
Fantastic.
We've been going for 6 years now, and again, it's a charity where you come along and we give you soup and bread, homemade soup and bread. It's all donated. You listen to 4 pictures for local charities. And then we actually won 2 years ago. We did a speech and the volunteer centre won over £1,000 again. And then on top of that, easy fundraising.
Brilliant.
Which is something everybody can do. You can download the app or you just have it on your desktop at home. And every time you do shopping, i.e. the train line, John Lewis, Amazon, a small fraction of the donation goes to the volunteer centre. There's over 7,000 shops and brands that can do that. It's not a lot, but I've raised £47 just in 6 months, just by sitting at my desk, organising and shopping. Another love.
Yeah. Brilliant. So what would you say, Jo, to someone interested in volunteering? Sometimes people think, you know, oh, have I got to commit lots of time, or have I got to do this, got to do that? What would you say?
You don't have to commit time. I after the non-such, I then came to Volunteer Centre and got kind of persuaded to be a befriender.
Right.
Again, didn't really know what it involved. 1 hour a week of my time, and I got matched to a lovely lady, 90-year-old, and I'd go to her house once a week and sit and chat to her.
Okay.
And that is as much time as it was for me. We've become friends. I've been going over 2 years, and she's a lovely lady. You know, we know a lot about each other. We've put the world to rights. I know all about her past. I even took Riley the dog, which she was over the moon with.
Yeah.
It just breaks the conversation.
Yeah.
A little bit of dementia, so we just repeat a few things. But that's fine. Yeah, so timing wise, just an hour a week.
And I know that MAPS is a big part of Sutton Volunteer Centre. And I believe you've got experience that.
I have. Also, when my son was 7, 8, his school put him forward for a MAPS mentor. We were very lucky to be granted that, and he had a MAPS mentor for a year. Again, the MAPS mentor, young lad, lovely, would take him to the park, play football, took him trampolining, went to Subway, an hour of his time, which I appreciated, and my son did. Talking to somebody else, they had interests in common. It's just giving back, really.
That was quite a valuable service, and
absolutely,
you could see the good work that they were doing, and
you can be a MAPS mentor or a befriender.
Right, brilliant.
Or both.
Or both. Excellent. Thank you very much, Jo. Thank you.
Thank you.
It was interesting.